Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready?
So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of our listeners and our readers who are going to hear this and hear you talk, and they're going to want to help. They're going to be motivated to do something. What can they do? How can they help? What's the best thing that they can do?
Buy the wine.
Buy your wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I spent a lot of time on your site, Budge, and I think it's really cool how much money is coming from the purchase of the wine, and it's really awesome that you're taking 10% of the gross, not just the profit. And so somebody who buys your wine, like you said, is not only getting really good quality wine, they're making a difference, and I think that's really cool. Budge, I want to ask you here at the end, as we're going to wrap this up, if send a message out to our women listeners and to the men who have women in their lives as to what you want them to know about breast cancer and what they can do for one another, what men can do, what women can do to help to detect this problem early and to stay positive if they end up finding that they've been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Well, one of the things that we've learned is 50% of the husbands leave when a wife is diagnosed with breast cancer, and of course,
really,
that's a time in her life where she needs a tremendous amount of support. And the other thing is it's not a death sentence, and there's a lot that she could learn about what the disease is, the kinds of diseases there are, and the best, what we feel is the best, what we've found, way to treat it. Now, obviously, we can't give advice, but we can give information, and that's what we try to do, to encourage women to go to the website, to look up the different things that we've posted there, to learn about her disease so she knows all about it. She isn't just one of the 10 or 15 or 20 that's in a line with a certain oncologist that doesn't have the time to do that. Not that they don't want to, but they don't just have the time to do it. And it isn't done in most cases. So as you read the stories, you see what has happened to some women that are in the system and how it works and how they felt about it, and they can make their own decision. The other thing, it seems to me that the real danger part, and I call it the danger zone, that's the time from you said, okay, you've got your operation, you've had your radiation, you've had your chemo, and now you're feeling okay, and we think that you're clear. And now we're going to give you some chemo to take for the next 5 years. And I think that next 5 years is the danger zone, because some of our models are with us because their cancer came back. And it comes back in our mind because of the immune system is suppressed, and it allows other types of cancer to manifest itself in the body. This is just our own assessment. It's not backed up by any fancy long-term research. It's just what we feel is makes sense. And obviously, keep the immune system high. Do everything you can to keep toxics out of your body, keep the sugar out of your body, keep aspartame out of your body, and live a good lifestyle to keep yourself healthy. Because the very best way to beat breast cancer is to not get it. So, now good. 1 in 8 women, they say 1 in 8 women are going to get breast cancer, which is an extraordinarily high number in my mind. And it just seems like knowledge about how to take care of yourself and how to stay healthy is the most important thing. And don't get it. And if you do get it, then keep your immune system up. Find a program that you're comfortable with, doctors that you're comfortable with, not necessarily just part of a parade. If you've ever been in an infusion room, it's so depressing. I mean, here's 20 women in chairs all being infused with a poison. And as a farmer, it just seems unreal to me to put those things in your body to try and cure yourself of a disease. So there's just there's another way, and that's what we're discovering, and that's what we're making known to people.
Excellent. Well, Budge, it was a real pleasure and an honor to get to spend time with you today, and appreciate you sharing your story with your wife, Arlene, and you're doing amazing work, and it's important work, and it's work that every woman and every man in our country needs to be paying attention to, and I am going to do my best to share your story properly, and I'm also going to do my best to encourage people to go out and buy your wine, and I don't do that normally, only because obviously I review wines on my site, and I very rarely say, go buy this. But in this case, I'm going to, because this is way too important and too significant, and it's for the right cause. And so I thank you for your time today.
And I thank you for that tremendously, because the need is just overwhelming, and we're only small. We're just a small winery. There's only 4 of us doing this. And so it's I think it's valuable. And the other thing is, it's not about me. It's about the women. And that's what you've got to keep in mind. It's not about me at all. It's about the women that we have on our label, and the women that we're trying to help, and the women who don't have breast cancer yet, and what they can do to keep from getting it. And that's what it's about.
3 minutes and we're out of here. The clock is ticking and we're in the clear. We got